commences e-ticket and central booking of traffic offenders in the FCT. Federal Capital Territory Authority turns attention to leadership succession and transformation. Plus, catch them young in focus at British Nigeria Academy 15th Inter-House Sports Competition. A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the 1 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia with the news. First, let's begin from the FCT administration. In compliance with the FCT, a transportation strategy of electronic enforcement and penalty system, the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, DRTS, has commenced e-ticketing and central booking of traffic offenders. In the nation's capital, Onozi Yakubu monitored the flag off of the exercise and brought back this report.
The e-enforcement initiative of the FCT administration is to ensure that all traffic violators are booked electronically and served with their tickets within 7 days, on which failure to pay the fine will attract impoundment of the vehicle. The DRTS Director Abdul Latif Bello discloses that all other traffic violations, like driving against traffic, not renewing vehicle license, failure to park at designated spaces, driving rickety vehicles within the city, will now be booked centrally, and offenders will be made to pay within 7 days before being penalized.
The DRTS will not be stopping vehicles at random now, because the devices will select those that are not adequately in line with the position of law, and those are the ones we'll be dealing with henceforth.
On the court's injunction that stopped the VIOs from impounding vehicles on the road, the DRTS board says the judgment has been appealed.
For us, we have decided to go back and then renew and then rework our own system of enforcement. And for the last 3 months, we have been working on that. We've had series of retreats, and then in trying to educate our members on the use of these devices. That's exactly the reason why we have not been on the road impounding, and we have left that to the task force. But as our core mandate, and as law provides, empower the Honorable Minister to make regulations on transport issues, and we have been saddled with that responsibility to carry out that mandate. We are back on the road, and then we will now be impounding vehicles only when you fail to pay your fines within 7 days.
He advises motorists to always be on the side of the law by obeying traffic rules and regulations. Onozi Yakubu, NTA News.
The administration, the Federal Capital Program for staff between grade level 10 to 14, Onozi Yakubu again reports that the program is under the Leadership Implementation and Advancement Program.
The moment you log in, you can see your name displayed.
The FCT Lead P is one of the 3 core training programs established under the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2020 to 2025. This is targeted at FCT staff between grades level 10 and 14, essential for the succession planning and transformative efforts within the civil service.
Your presence signals a shared commitment to excellence and leadership in our public service. They are immensely proud of the caliber of absolute exceptional dedication and capacity in their respective roles.
Remember, the journey of leadership is not just about personal achievement, it is about impact. The impact you will have on your colleagues, your communities you serve, and the future of public service in our territory.
The idea is for the capacity to be built, giving all the strategic information they need to become those that will succeed the current crop of leaders when their time comes. But before they become directors, permanent secretaries, head of service, they have to undergo some rigorous training. It's never happened here before. This is the first time it's happening because we identify gaps in service delivery, and also some baseline research were conducted and the result presented to the minister, and he said this has to be done, and that is why we are doing it.
Participants were highly engaged in competitive examinations to prepare FCTA for future leadership positions.
I've come to see that in civil service work, you don't just sit and wait till you want to write your promotion exam. You should be ready every time to answer challenges or meet challenges and be able to overcome them.
The computer-based test will be done in batches. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Minister of State FCT Dr. Maria Mahmoud has urged APC members to remain united and committed to the party's growth. She emphasized the need for grassroots mobilization and active participation of youth and women in the party affairs. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting in Abuja, Mahmoud praises the party's leadership of solidarity, solidifying APC's dominance. She commended the party's achievement, particularly in the FCT under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's leadership. Mahmoud also stresses that unity is APC's greatest strength and encouraged members to put aside personal interest and resolve disputes through dialogue. She expressed confidence in APC's ability to deliver democracy dividends to Nigerians. FCT APC Chairman Abdul Malik Usman noted that the meeting aimed to assess progress, review strategies, and strengthen internal democracy in preparation for future electoral challenges. Moving on, as part of its mandate to conduct and monitor examination in the Federal Capital Territory, the FCT Education Resource Center, ERC, visited several schools to monitor the ongoing ERC English mock examination. Mariam George Jutubo monitored the exercise.
The ERC monitoring team visited various schools in preparation for the West African Examination Council exams to assess the examination conduct and ensure compliance with rules and regulations. Their first stops was the Royal Family Academy in Wuye, then the Livegate Academy in Utako, Government Secondary School Wusetu, and the Government Science Secondary School, Maitama.
Actually, when you read, it's not difficult.
The exam is not that difficult. It's just okay.
Exams have been really testing, so we can see how we read on the WAEC ground.
It's preparing me for my future exams like my WAEC and NECO, so that I will be able to come out very, very well with flying colors.
Preparation was well done. We had clinic classes for them from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
A notable exception was Model Secondary School in Maitama, where renovations forced students to take the exam under trees, ensuring they didn't miss out. At ICC Al Nur Academy, delays prompted a conversation between the director of ERC and the exam officer.
What is happening? You have the person who is starting now. You can't start now. When others have almost finished the first paper. Yes.
Director of the FCT Education Resource Center, Nimat Abdurrahim, expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the exam in some schools.
The purpose of this going round is to make sure that we avoid the exam malpractice in schools. See that we are in the newest hall, examination hall. This is part of the government agenda that I'm really happy about. That today I'm at this school and we have to just monitor the exam in the examination hall. Kudos to the FCT administration.
The ERC mock examination is scheduled to conclude on February 26, 2025. Mariam George Jitubo, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu is saddened by the passing of Chief Edwin Clark, former Federal Commissioner of Information and respected leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEV. Here now is the report.
Chief Edwin Clark, 97, was born on May 25, 1927, in Kiagbodo Burutu local government area of Delta State. He led an illustrious life marked by dedicated service at different times to the nation and his community as a councillor, state and federal cabinet member. He was also a passionate advocate for resource control, economic environmental justice in the Niger Delta. On behalf of the federal government, the president extends his condolences to the Edwin Clark family, the Ijaw Nation, the people of Niger Delta, and the government of Delta State. President Tinubu mourns Clark and describes the late statesman as a towering figure whose influence was felt across Nigeria's political firmament for nearly 6 decades. The president states that Chief Clark was a courageous leader who stood for what he believed and was never afraid to stand alone in the face of injustice. Pa Clark, a lawyer and educationist, believed in a united Nigeria, and until his last breath, he never stopped reaching out to people from different parts of the country to work together to preserve national unity based on justice and equity. President Tinubu prays for divine comfort for Chief Clark's family, friends, and all those affected by the loss.
You're watching the 1 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. There will be more news after this time out. Stay with us.
I am Oluremi Tinubu, the global and national Stop TB champion. Many people have asked why I've chosen to champion the fight against a disease like tuberculosis. My reason stems from a deep personal experience. I once had a friend who unfortunately fell ill and concealed the nature of his sickness until it was too late. Eventually, after he passed, we discovered he had tuberculosis. Sadly, due to the stigma and discrimination surrounding the disease, he would not speak up or seek for help. His death was a painful reminder that we could have intervened and saved a life if only we had known earlier. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease that primarily affects the lungs, but can also impact other parts of the body. Being airborne means anyone, regardless of their socio-economic status, can contract it. In Nigeria, 1 person dies of TB-related illness every 7 minutes, amounting to 206 deaths every day. Globally, 1 person succumbs to TB every 25 seconds, which is a staggering 3,456 lives lost daily. These deaths are entirely preventable because TB is curable if detected and treated early. If you or someone you know has been coughing for 2 weeks or more, coughing up blood, experiencing night sweats, or losing weight drastically, it might be TB. Please visit the nearest government hospital or primary healthcare center for proper diagnosis and treatment. TB treatment is free in all government and some private health facilities. Let us also remember not to stigmatize or discriminate against TB patients or those who have been treated for TB. Individuals who have been cured of TB cannot infect others. I call on all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to join us in the fight to end TB in Nigeria. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, TB anywhere is TB everywhere. End TB by 2030. Yes, we can.
To know you're still there. Now, we shine the spotlight on the next generation of innovators as our correspondent Kama reports on the Great Height 2025 Tech Fair held in the Jahi district of Abuja. The report.
In a bid to nurture and provide a supportive environment for young girls to thrive in digital technology, innovation, and practical skills, Great Height Academic has held its 2025 Tech Fair exhibition.
We have invested so much in this, in modern tech education, and we feel it should not just remain with us as a school. The society should know what is happening there and see how much creativity and innovation
The students have integrated modern technology into their academic curriculum, resulting in remarkable projects. Some of the notable accomplishments include a farm intruder alert system, robotic and voice assistant booths.
So the idea was gotten by her class members, and then to bring it to reality, it needs to be designed. So they came to me because I had the knowledge, so I designed it. And after the designing process, they started the programming aspect of this.
Our waste bin performs two functions mainly. Firstly, it has an ultrasonic sensor that when you swipe your hand over it, the waste bin automatically opens. And then when it is 10 centimeters to being full, it automatically sends an SMS to the owner of the waste bin and the people that are evacuating the dirt. And
let's start from the gates by an RFID reader that you have to put a card for it to connect to the Arduino Uno to the stepper motor so that it opens the gates.
Special guests of honor were invited to encourage, interact, and assess the tech projects and ideas conceived and developed by the students. They expressed their admiration for the students' ingenuity and enthusiasm.
We need the companies in this country to come out, take a look at some of these things that they've come up with, and see how they can work with them, invest some more to develop them further, to make them commercially viable.
Let them keep creating things that will be useful to themselves and useful to mankind.
AI is the in thing. If you don't know AI, the world will leave you behind. So I'm happy that our daughters are doing these wonderful things that they are doing here.
The Great Heights Academic Tech Fair 2025 is a testament to the power of innovation and creativity. As we look to the future, it's clear that these young minds will shape the world of technology. Kama, NTA News.
Women in the legal profession have been urged to uphold the ethics of the profession and strive for a better work-life balance. This was the key takeaway from the maiden edition of the NBA Women Forum Meet and Greet Picnic in Abuja. Tessie Omeri reports.
The Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum, established to address the unique challenges faced by women lawyers, also seeks to address and promote their interests and rights. The Meet and Greet Picnic provided a platform for the NBA Women Forum to unwind, collaborate, and share ideas for their growth and success. Speakers at the forum spoke on the theme of the day, Love, Law, and Social Justice, celebrating women lawyers' contributions to medical law, as they reminded members to always balance responsibilities considering women's nature.
Come against the challenges that women have is for us to align forces. We shouldn't allow those seeming boundaries of demarcation separate us.
We have to seek a way of balancing it, and one of the major ways I think that women can have a balance is to have a mentor.
Notable personalities who share common vision with the NBA Women Forum promised to collaborate in order to promote humanity.
It's part of our vision and mission in Being Human Foundation to support women, to support children.
So to tell you that the time for women is here, and whether we like it or not as men, we have to now understand that right beside us, there must be right beside us, and all of us must move at the same pace. It's a thing of the past where you think that the place of the woman is the kitchen.
Hadiza Afegwa, the Abuja team lead, said this maiden edition became necessary in order to appreciate members for their valuable contributions over time and to strengthen ties for greater achievements.
And the purpose of this place is to x-ray the role, the pivotal role, the critical role of the Nigerian female lawyer in shaping the law, contributing to the development of the law. So what you see here today is celebration of our achievement, celebration of our shared experiences, celebration of our shared value.
The forum honored individuals who distinguished themselves, including senior advocates, national officers, among others. It was a time well spent to meet and greet for the NBA Women Forum and their family and friends. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
It's on politics. The All Progressives Congress APC National Deputy Women Leader Zainab Abubakar's recent appointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the chairman of the Governing Council of the Federal Medical Center Gombe, stakeholders say is a testament to her leadership skills and commitment to public service. Friends, political associates, and family members gathered to encourage her to build a better teaching hospital, a challenge they say she's likely to fulfill. Yours sincerely reports.
The ambience here brings an oral of felicitation and the case of women supporting one of their own, and solidarity and encouragement for Hajia Zainab Ibrahim Abubakar. Speakers say is as a result of her shining example in leadership and as a woman that is reliable, hardworking, and has love for women empowerment in Nigeria. Her appointment as the Chairman Governing Council of the Gombe Federal Teaching Hospital by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was highly commended. As the National Deputy Women Leader of the ruling party APC, many say is a welcome development, especially given her track record of advocating for the health and well-being of women, children, as well as the aged, advising her to ensure that the present administration's renewed hope for healthcare is actualized.
I trust that she will do well. She's very hardworking. She's a politician. She's a grassroots politician. And that's notwithstanding, she has been around. And so I do know that she will do well.
Princess Anne, the convener, described her as a detribalized Nigerian.
She's a sweet soul, my dear. My advice is to keep steady. Keep doing what you're doing. Hard work is good work. Good work is hard work.
And this appointment that comes with a lot of expectation, because to whom much is given, much is required. And I know that Auntie Z will make us proud.
For Zainab, her appointment is indeed a fitting recognition of her tireless efforts to promote women's empowerment and healthcare in the country. As she takes on this new challenge, she is sure to make a lasting impact on the lives of many.
Mr. President has confessed his commitment to upgrading and improving an affordable, accessible, and overhauling of the healthcare sector of our country. And he has promised to turn the brain drain into brain gain. I was there, and this is for me to fulfill Mr. President's mandate.
In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Let's talk sports now. The British Nigeria Academy recently held its 15th inter-house sports competition themed Catch Them Young. According to the school, this event aims to groom young athletes and promote grassroots sports development in the country. The report.
The trailing 15th British Nigerian Academy Inter-House Sports Competition event themed Catch Them Young aimed to grow young athletes and promote grassroots sports development. The competition featured 4 houses: Yellow House Hope, Red House Joy, Green House Victory, and Blue House Faith.
So then let's begin to mark out as well. 2 seconds to do this. Well done. It takes a great deal of effort to set the students into their...
Students participated in various events. The event was a showcase of talent, teamwork, and sportsmanship. Participants and spectators alike were treated to an exciting display of athleticism and determination.
It might be intimidating, but once you're really in the spirit of like running and you know that's what you're going to end up doing in future, you just want to win everything.
And then that they should believe in themselves and just go all out, that if they believe they can do it.
I'm a footballer, and the reason I play football is because I see the way they are Messi, Neymar, and all of them play football. So that's why I like it and I work forward to doing it better.
It's our sports competition. We always do it every year. And the reason is because we believe that a sound body lives in a sound mind. So because they go together, we always want to do sports because it enhances learning.
Parents who witnessed the event shared exciting experience with their children and words who participated and witnessed the occasion.
A lot that sports do in the life of students, it awakes their brain. So I expect and I hope that they will continue to forge ahead in terms of sport.
They put in their best. I can see the children coming out with enthusiasm. They are here to showcase their skills, and I'm very, very happy.
The British Nigerian Academy Inter-House Sports Competition is indeed a platform for nurturing young talents and promoting sports development. They look forward to seeing more of these talented young athletes in the future. Kama Kama. NTA News.
Before we go, let's tell you that the former Super Eagles coach and player Daniel Amokachi has resigned from his position as the technical advisor of Lobby Stars following the club's abysmal performance in the Nigerian Professional Football Premier Football League. Well, on that note, we end the 1 p.m. news. Do join us at 7 for more news stories. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good afternoon.